Hey guys, not a lot today, but I've just having a little chat basically. Tell you what I'm going to be growing for the year. Tell you who I order from and the books I read to get a bit of reference from for the allotment really. So without further ado, I'll start. I've got behind me a little tub and all my seeds that I keep right there. I started buying some new ones this year. So I'm growing some Blue Lake, climbing French beans, lots of different beetroot. I'm growing loads and loads of beetroot because I'm going to be growing them for my dad and myself, because we love beetroot and sour cream sandwiches. Adore them. So, and I'm going to do some extra long carrots that I've done in the last few years, and I'm going to do some normal eating carrots, but I'm going to do some, so I've got these at the moment, these ones, which are the Romance F1 Hybrid. It's a small carrot, finger roots, 80 days, early sowings, nice. And then I've got the Chantenay Red Cord 2, which I'm just going to have in some trays and that, and tomorrow when we get down the plot and I'll do some shows you tomorrow what I'm going to be doing. We're going to get the first raised bed in the new plot, which from last episode you didn't get to see because I didn't get a chance to get the video down there, but I'm going to be putting some soil into it. I've got some new compost bins. I've got a lot of work to do and I'll explain it all tomorrow. It's November the 1st today, 2016. Anyway, well, talk about the seeds later on in the year. Some of the books I read for reference. Don't know if you can see that. But How to Grow Your Own Food, and it's a week by week guide to a wildlife friendly fruit and vegetable garden, and it's Dirty Nails of the Blackmore Vale. And I mean, it's one really good book. Week by week, all sorts in there. Absolutely brilliant. You can find this on eBay. Brilliant book. One book I do read. Fantastic. Another book, everybody probably knows her, Carol and Clean, from the BBC. Fantastic book. And another one, Your Allotment. It's just a history about allotments. Tells you a little about different veg, beans, shallots, onions, etc. You know, just a quick guide for them. Broccoli's in here, and it tells you how to make different little tips and stuff, like newspaper pots and stuff like that. Next bit, Simpson Seeds. I know Matt Simpson. He's on my chili head, and I do run the Wiltshire Chili Club, which is a separate side to this. But you'll see that later on in here next year, when the polytunnel's back out and we have some of the chilies, and you'll probably see one of the Wiltshire Chili Club signs, because the club members come down and they can pick them and stuff. But I order most of my seeds, unless I go and buy them in the shops late in the year and get them at a reduced price. And most of them, a lot of you know, it's a lot cheaper to get them at the end of the year, and they still last till 2019 still. But yeah, Simpson Seeds, brilliant. Matt Simpson, brilliant guy. And a lot of the seeds you can get in here, it's unbelievable what you can get and what he does. And I've been to his farm and that. So I'm just going to read through what I'm going to order for him. I got some St. Valerie, which I'm going to use for giant carrots. I'm going to go. I've got the Sweet Candle F1, Atlantic Giant pumpkins. I'm going to have some Habanero Lucy's chilies. Firestorm, I think it's going to be a runner bean, I'm not sure. And yeah, there's a few others on here which is going to cost me, it's not too bad, there's prices on here. I mean, you're looking at like probably £1.70, £2 for £2.40, £2.50, probably most expensive seeds in here, I'd have said. Well, there's a couple of 310, but not massively amount. And they do take a lot of time in their seeds. But so yeah, so tomorrow it's going to be getting down to the allotment, getting the compost bins. I put a load of weeds in there when we cleared some weeds and they're full up, so I'm going to clear them. I've got another compost bin outside. I want to dig 2 parsnips up, put them in the freezer because it's a bit early, it's only November and they haven't had a good frost, so what I'm going to do is put them in the freezer for a couple of hours, then I'm going to show you how I make chips out of them, and then I will show you the horse manure I've got, all the leaf mould I'm going to cut up and put into the compost bins. That's probably about it, really. So that'll be November 2nd tomorrow, 2016. See you later. Morning guys, it's the 2nd of November today, and well, we've got to get on with the compost bins for the new plot and fill what I can with the horse manure I've got into the beds behind the camera, and I'll show you that in a minute. Maybe dig a few weeds. What a bloody gorgeous day it is today. Absolutely fantastic. The sky, look, I'll show you. Look at that. For November. We're down the plot. Let's show you what we've got. So we've got obviously the shed. And the weed pile from the last video is starting to crush down a bit. We've got some compost. Well, sorry, horse manure. And this is it's a bit sunny here, so I don't know if we're going to, let's go around the shade. Get a better picture. So we've got one of the raised beds I've made up, me and my son made out of pallets. Let's get back into zoom. I just put some cardboard and newspaper down with some leaves underneath, and they just rot down throughout the winter. Once I've got the other stuff on the top, and I start building the I've got a compost bin over in the just over there, next to the other one, where I'm going to empty that into the green one next to it, and then hopefully I'm going to chop up a load of leaves from all the leaf mould and have a leaf mould bin and a compost bin to start off with, just start getting that compost built. And I've copied, I think, I can't remember his name, but it was a video on Muddy Boots and Sean Cameron's videos that I've been watching when I was at work, and about a different method of doing compost. Instead of just chucking it in big clumps, you just chop it all up, big layer of that, then newspaper, and layer, then newspaper again. So I'll show you how I do that in a bit. But yeah, so let's have a little quick go on the other plot. This is my newest plot. Look, still haven't got all this out yet, but I'm going to do that in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, so what we've got growing still at the moment, and I'm going to dig a parsnip up, and I'm going to, later on, and I'm going to make some chips out of them, and I'll put a video on that. The cabbages, not looking too bad. Might need a bit of weeding, but they're starting to come into their own now. Hopefully have some nice ones for Christmas. A few garlic are popping up. Some of the onions are popping up as well. I'm going to do a little bit of weeding around them towards the end of the video, or the end of the day down here. A few weeding in the beds for the polytunnel, and then I've got to order another sheet because I lost a sheet for the top. But the old thing's lasted a while. She needs a little bit of maintenance, but no, I think we can't handle. Yeah, so parsnips are still here. Some of them, we did do a couple up the other day, me and my son. But we might get 1 or 2 up today. I know it's only November and people say, oh, you need to leave it to the first frost. Well, what I do leave some till the first frost, and I leave some for Christmas Day. But I love parsnips, and basically what we're going to do with the parsnips is put them in the freezer for a few hours, take them out, and then I'm hoping the starch turns into sugars, and then I'll make chips, and I'll show you later. So yeah, alright, I better get on with these bags of manure, put them into this bed. So I'm not going to record that because it'd be boring. And I'm going to try and get some of the worms out of here to put into the worm bins. And I've got a little box here. Get back into view soon. There we go. This little box here I'm going to use for some carrots in the polytunnel. And you've got to try and tackle this as well. Right. Well, we never know, we might see Jim. That's his allotment there. Over there, the far corner. He might pop down later, see if he wants to be recorded or filmed. Right, well, I'll see you in a bit. Right, so I've done the manure into here, it's just a layer, but it doesn't look too bad. I start to get some more manure, top it up, and then get some compost over the top. It's only November, so I've got plenty of time to do it. So that's gone over the cardboard, leaves and paper. So hopefully it'll start rotting down for it. I've seen some worms under all the leaves, hopefully, thank God. And I've dug that pile out which was here. Let's get back a bit so you can see it. Got that out and put it all along the back there. Emptied the compost bin, so now I've got my 2 compost bins here for the minute. I'm going to put some leaf mould in this one, start chopping it up, and I'm going to sort out my compost bin in here. So I'm going to start getting the bags, put them into this bucket of leaf mould, like that, and then literally just pour them in, get my secateurs, chop them up, and I'll put them in, and I'll show you when the video's done, when the bin's chopped. So guys, I'm going to start making my leaf mould. Basically I've got a load of bags of leaves that I've been collecting over a little while, and what I do is start chopping them all up. Chop them all up, get them all nice and breaks it down quicker. And then I just chuck them in the compost bin, give them a water, make sure that each leaf gets nice and wet. And then within no time, I'll put a bit of carpet over the top of it, and then within no time, keep chopping them up. So it's quite a long process to do it this way, but it's all going to be for the get rid of the soil. I can use this for everything. And I'll put it in the compost bins as a mix, as a recipe, and then literally it goes straight into the compost bin, into the water, the carpet over the top, and there's all the bags I'm going to do. So I'm not going to show you me doing all of that, so goodbye for a minute. Alright, I've filled this bin up. Put some water on every 2 layers. So I'll show you what I've done here. I'll put a little label on there and a date. Just put that on there, and there's some worm chop compost. I'm going to call it worm chop compost. It's just a layer of green scraps all chopped up, and then put newspaper and card over the top. Alright, if you just bear with me a second. Get this in. And there you have it. It's not full right up to the top because I've run out of leaves, but there's a few wormies in there I've chucked in as well, and get them do their thing. I don't know if they're composting worms or not, but all the merrier in it. Let them do what they've got to do. They're in a load of leaves around the back of the shed anyway, so, and I just got a bit of carpet on there just to try and insulate it a little bit, and I'll get some around the edges before the heavy winter comes. And I'll just put these little excess labels I've got on the end. Ooh. Like that, so I know when they are the date that I've got them, and just leave it for a few months, see what happens. Do a moisture check now and then. If it seems a bit dry, put some water in it, then keep coming up and topping this one up. And then this one I can show you quickly, just don't want anything falling over it. Get this lid open as well. It's just the same sort of thing as the newspaper at the bottom. It's really shallow at the moment. I just got to keep topping it up and get what I can as soon as I can. And then try and get some more bins. But I've got a lot of people now who are going to get me some green waste and I'm going to collect them and then just collect newspapers off of people as well. So I'll put it back in a minute. So at the moment I'm just now, I'll probably finish this video here for the minute, for the allotment, and then I'm just going to dig up, I'll show you me digging up a parsnip shortly, but I'm going to do a bit of weeding and a bit of tidying up. I'll drink the water, and then I'll get back to you on my next allotment day down here, and I'll probably show you a video later on of me making these parsnip chips. Okay, thank you. Bye. Right, so I'm going to dig up a parsnip or two. Let's have a go, see which one we see. We had some giants out of here the other day. So I'll go there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's have a quick look. Let's zoom in over here a little bit. That's where I'm going to go. Right. Just going to go a little shovel. Hopefully I won't damage them when I'm doing it. Going on its side a little bit, this one. Look at that one. One. This one doesn't look nice. Octopus. Nice head on it though. Oh, it smells gorgeous. I might as well have this one out as well. Another octopus type one. Just a few rocks in there. So yeah, there's no much not damage on it. Just make some chickpeas out of that probably. Oopsie. Right, let's dig them out. Right, come on in, you bugger. Whoa, he's got root. Look at that one. I've got legs. That's quite. Well, I'll do something with them. Oh god. Let's see if we can get some giant. That's better. Look at that one. Nice. I don't think we ever make some bungles out of that. Parsnip chips. Beautiful. So that's what we've got. A few parsnips. Not bad size. And there's still a few in there for. I'll probably leave them when they're now for Christmas. Let them get the frosts on them. We had a bit of a frost last night, so a mild frost, I'd say. Well, I just take the leaves off them, chop them up, put them in the bin, and then that'll be it. So I'm gonna have a tidy up now. Yeah, that's it for today, really. So I've had a good job, good day's work. I filled all this halfway, put a little bit of leaf mould as well. I found at the back of the shed, not much, but a tiny little bit just there, so all adds, doesn't it? So yeah, so we've got that. Let's zoom back out on there. So yeah, that's the allotment from me, Sam at Wiltshire for today. So the next probably video you'll see on this, hopefully, will be me making the parsnip chips. And I do highly recommend you give them a go because they are absolutely fabulous. But that's all from me, and this is a little thing I want people to answer if they can. I need a name for him. Now the reason I got him like that on with his hands over his mouth is because he usually sits outside the chili polyton. I don't know when all the chilies are in there, so it sort of looks like he's had eaten a chili and it's been too hot for him. But yeah, so if you can think of a name for him, we did have Jack and Jill, which were some scarecrows, little ones, but over the years, you can see them. I'll see if I can zoom in from up here. They're on the top of the shed bit there. And I'm losing zoom here, sorry. No good. Never mind, I'll take you up there quickly. Sorry about that. Jack and Jill have seen better days, that's for sure. that was Joe and Jack. He's still got a bit of a smile on his face. Well, let's turn it around. So yeah, that'll be it for today then. 2nd of November. Next little bit you'll see on here in a minute will be me doing my chips at home, the parsnip chips. So, happy with today's work. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next couple of weeks time, or next week. See you later, bye. Hey guys, well, parsnip chip time. So what you're going to do is peel your parsnips and wash them. Get yourself a pan of water, getting it hot, and chuck a little bit of salt. You need a deep fat fryer for this really. Right, first of all, start making your chips. I'll just cut mine down lengthways. So, and then like that. So you've got what looks like chips. Like that. Right, I won't show you all of me cutting these chips, and we'll fast forward it in a minute to me making, well, doing what we've got to do. So I'll just switch off for now and then go to it in a minute. Alright, so once you cut your chips, you get them in your hot water. Ooh. Get them in there like that. Try not to burn yourself like I might have done. And I just cut my chips roughly up because we like ours chunky chips. But you can cut them up into like McDonald's style chips or your local chip shop chips. But we just cut them up into any old chunks, so they're lovely like that. Get them into the water, let them boil for a little while. Get yourself a fork out. What you want to be doing later, because they're a bit tough, just when they get a little bit soft, and we'll go to it when it comes to it, and you can just press it slightly when you want to get them out. But while you're doing that, you start making something else to go with the chips. You make the powder. So you get a little bit of flour, probably about that much. That's all you need. It's just going to be a coating. Then you put some flavours in what you want to put in. So I'm going to chuck a good handful of. Yeah. Oh, not that much. Good sprinkle of cayenne in there, give it a bit of kick. Wiltshire Chili Farm lemon pepper. You can order that off the line. You get that off of wiltshirechilies.co.uk. Some smoked paprika. Just put some of that in there, and you just put as much as you want in it, whatever quantity. A bit of thyme. Give it some nice herby flavours. And I'm going to use some ground up onions to go into that. Like that. And a sprinkle of salt. Right, and just give it a shake and a mix around. Like that. And then leave it put aside. Then you get to your fryer, just get it up to about 180. That's all you need it to. Get that up to heat when it's ready. Just leave it and wait for a minute. And then you just give these a stir. And then when they start going a little, just soft enough. It won't be too long because it's hot water. Put it in salty hot water. Should just nearly there. So let's get that all hotter. Let it boil in. Steam. The deep fat fryer is now crackling, so you can hear that. And then you'll need one of these. And then you just wait until your parsnips are at the right softness. It doesn't take very long. The smaller you cut them, the quicker they go. these have been in the freezer, so they are a little bit softer as well. I dug them up. Get the starch. I dug them up in November, so I would say that's probably all I need to do. But you need to basically get the consistency like this. So that's sort of just there, so you can get it through. Let's put that back in it. Right, turn off the heat. Get your hot parsnips into a pan. It's steamy, you're not going to see it from there. You don't need the pan anymore. Shake off the excess water, like so. Back onto here, try not to make too much of a mess. Right, next thing to do is get your chips. Put them into there, give them a good shake, get them all neatly, nice and neatly covered. What I tend to do in this circumstance is because this is a bit, you get another bowl, flip them over, just toss them over like that. So, you see they're all getting nicely coated now, and this will stick to them. So then you've got it nicely coated. Now all you do is wait until your deep fat fryer is ready, and we'll go to that once the fryer is ready. Alright then guys, the deep fat fryer is now ready. You've got to be so careful with this now, because obviously kids, you don't want doing this. But that's the finished product for the chip for before frying. Just lay them in after, let them cool down slightly. Just layer them in. Get as many. If you've got loads, do them in batches and just keep them warm in the oven. I tell you what, these are really good for an alternative to normal chips. And you just be really careful when you put them in. Dealing with hot fat, oil, and just get them in. Right. Like that. Get rid of that. Then you dunk them in. Like that. Just be a bit careful so it doesn't overspill. It will calm itself down in a minute. Like I say, it's about 180 hot fat oil. And you really don't want kids messing around with this. Just get it in there. I'm going to just rest it on the 8-piece. I'll show you what to do in a second when it's just boiled down. You'll start seeing it. You don't want them sticking together. They can. I don't have any problems with them sticking together yet. Just let them get a good coat of fat on them. You start seeing. Give them a little shake, just to stop them from sticking. And don't come back in. Simple as that. I've got a little hook on my deep fat fryer. And it's just gonna deep fat fryer is not the healthiest option, but they are gorgeous. And I've actually made already a big bowl of chilli. I don't know if you can get that in the shop. But put a little bit of chilli on top of these chips. It'll be lovely. And you just check them. They should start looking like crisping up a bit. And you can hear them, that rustly noise. Just keep them dunked down and get them frying up. Get yourself a clean bowl, dry clean bowl. And because the oil's hot, there's a little trick I'll teach you. Probably all heard this, double dunking. So what you do now is just leave that on there, let the chips cool down a little bit, let the deep fat fryer go back to its temperature, and it makes it double crispy. Then we get a little fork and just see how. Don't do this usually, I've got asbestos fingers, but you can see it becoming just a little bit crispy there. As soon as you get them in with a second dunk, don't have to be too long. Just dunk them in again now, they'll be fine. As long as you get a good fry, and just leave them for, just count down 5 minutes, or put a timer for 5 minutes. Or don't let them get charcoal brown, but just get them nice and crispy. You know what I mean? You can pick one out if you want, and it'll be crispy, nice and crispy then. Once it's to your taste really, because it has been part cooked, so they are pretty much well cooked. Some people like them really crunchy, some people like them softish in the middle. It's all to personal preference. They're actually looking like chips though. And my wife, who's holding the camera, loves them. And all the flavours from all the flour and that all just sort of mulch into it. And you get a lovely taste of it. What I do is, with mine, I get some cider vinegar, just drain a little bit of cider vinegar, and then some nice salt over the top of it into the bowl, and then we'll just serve and eat. We should. See, they're crisping up nicely now. All the beautiful flavours have got into the sweet parsnips. And you see the edges now. If you see the edges of the parsnips, they are definitely getting crunchy. You just check them. Now I can feel these are getting firm. That one is. Let's take it over to here. Knife. Let's have a look. This one. Crunchy. On the outside. Look at that. Just like a chip. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get a bit of barbecue sauce because I love barbecue sauce. Perfect. Right. So what you want to do, turn your fire right off. Just leave them to settle a little bit. Give them a shake. Shake them off. Get this oil off. And they're going to stay warm anyway because of the hot fat. And you just get. You can see it's crunched on the outside. Soft in the middle, just like a chip should be. And what we can do is make parsnip chip sandwiches. You drain all the fat of it, and then literally put your bungles in there, some chippy bungles. I like to sprinkle of salt over it, just give it an extra kick. And there you have your parsnip chips. And I'll put a little bit of cider vinegar on them, and that's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the videos. Stay tuned and we'll get some more on. That's it for me. I'll see you later.